Nobody likes being the loser. In fact, there are people who vote simply based on who they think is already going to win because they want to vote for the winner. Now we have this story from BuzzFeed News. A federal judge has dismissed Stormy Daniels' defamation lawsuit against Donald Trump. Daniels also must pay Trump's reasonable attorney's fees should he ask that she do so, the court ruled. That means, as many are pointing out, to everyone who donated to this case, to Stormy Daniels, they have effectively given their money to Donald Trump's defense because she is going to have to pay his attorney's fees. Nobody wants to be on the losing side. The Democrats keep losing. The video I made on my main channel today is about how Elizabeth Warren's DNA test does nothing, literally nothing, but show that they are subservient to Trump and the Republicans. The Democrats can't stay focused. What happens? The midterms are 3 weeks away. What do? Elizabeth Warren comes out with a video claiming that she could be between 164 and 1/1000th Native American. Not even Native American, Colombian, Mexican, or Peruvian. The Cherokee Nation is now coming down on them, saying it was inappropriate, it was a mockery. They lost. Elizabeth Warren proved nothing. She stripped the focus away from the Democrats from talking about issues to complaining about how she was personally insulted by Donald Trump. That's the narrative the Democrats push, and they lose. And now we have Michael Avenatti and Stormy Daniels, once again, losers. The left side of this, the anti-Trump people, keep on losing. I don't know if they can win. I don't know if there's anything they can do. What bothers me the most about anything ever is inefficiency and failure and the inability to learn and correct your mistakes, and they can't do it. The midterms are coming up. The last thing the Democrats needed is for Elizabeth Warren to complain about how the fact that Donald Trump makes fun of her. And that's literally what she is doing. She spent time. She took a DNA test because Donald Trump called her a name. Are you fucking kidding me? Talk about what you're going to do for the economy. Talk about what you're going to do for immigration. Talk about what you're going to do for security. I don't give a shit that Donald Trump is making fun of you, and apparently all you did was piss off the Cherokee Nation. Now we have this story. Stormy Daniels losing. A federal judge on Monday tossed out Stormy Daniels' lawsuit alleging that President Donald Trump defamed her in a tweet, ordering Daniels to pay Trump's attorney's fees if he chooses to ever do so. The April tweet followed the release of Daniels' lawyer, Michael Avenatti, of a sketch purporting to be of a man who Daniels said threatened her in 2011 regarding her claims that she had a relationship with Trump years earlier. In it, Trump wrote that the sketch was about a non-existent man. He then added a total con job. Here we have this tweet from Trump. A sketch years later about a non-existent man, a total con job, playing the fake news media for fools, but they know it. And this is from Real Shanna Fox saying, oops, this is awkward, Stormy Daniels' ex. Under laws aimed at encouraging free speech, known as anti-SLAPP laws, for strategic lawsuits, that means SLAPP means strategic lawsuit against public participation, lawsuits filed alleging defamation can be dismissed early in litigation if they meet the law's standards. If the person being sued can show that they were speaking about a public individual regarding a matter of public concern, and the person who brought the lawsuit needs to establish that they can make out a prima facie case of defamation, which basically means that if everything is how the person suing says it is, would that be defamation? Daniels, the adult film star whose legal name is Stephanie Clifford, brought the defamation suit in addition to the litigation she had earlier been involved in over the hush agreement she signed in 2016 with Michael Cohen, Trump's longtime personal lawyer, regarding the claimed relationship. U.S. District Judge James Otero ruled that the tweet in question involved a public official and a matter of public concern. He then went on to rule that her lawsuit did not establish a possible case of defamation because Trump's tweet was, as Trump's lawyer Charles Harder argued, non-actionable opinion, not a statement of fact about Clifford. Let me set something straight that a lot of people don't seem to understand about defamation. Yes, you can in fact call Jordan Peterson a misogynist. Now, he's suing in Canada. He's suing Vox and this reporter because of this. I don't know what's going on with that story. It's an older story. But in the United States, you can literally call someone a Nazi. You can literally call someone alt-right, a misogynist, sexist, racist, whatever, because it's an opinion. Right now, if you ask someone, what is a white supremacist? Well, you can look up the definition. And there is a generally accepted definition. It means someone who believes that white people are or should be supreme. However, it is a fact that among certain academic circles, it literally just refers to a dominant social power structure. And because we know that there is a different idea as to what the phrase means, it is not a statement of fact. If you want to sue someone for defamation, it would have to be over a statement of fact. For instance, in the Alternative Influencer Network study put out by Data and Society, they made several false statements of fact, where they claimed that they show this graph with different nodes and lines between them. In the study, they claimed that that line means they interacted with each other, that they both appeared in the same video in this time frame. Many of the people didn't, though. That is a statement of fact. If I said Donald Trump was seen doing backflips down the street, I have stated a fact, not an opinion. I said something literally happened, he did something. If he didn't do that, he can then sue for defamation if he can prove what I said was damaging. It's extremely difficult to sue for defamation. In fact, some lawyers are tweeting that Michael Avenatti should be held liable for malpractice for telling her, for bringing... You know what? I think it's a silly argument. The point is, she was wrong, and she lost. And now anybody who donated to Stormy Daniels for the suit is effectively giving their money to Donald Trump. It says, in Otero's ruling, he wrote that Mr. Trump's statement constituted rhetorical hyperbole. That is protected by the First Amendment, noting repeatedly that Daniels had presented herself, including to the court in the defamation lawsuit, as an adversary to the president. Specifically, Otero noted, Ms. Clifford argues that Mr. Trump sought to silence her as a strategy to win the presidential election, a clear argument against the legitimacy of Mr. Trump's presidency. Mr. Trump issued the tweet as a rejoinder against an individual challenging him in the public arena. This is the definition of protected rhetorical hyperbole. Under the Texas anti-SLAPP law, Otero dismissed the case and gave Trump 14 days to seek attorney's fees, should he choose to do so. And again, if Donald Trump so decides, I'm going to say this, I don't think he will. Personally, I do not believe Trump is going to move forward on this because Trump, for all of the things he has said that has been, perceived as bad for him, the things that he has said that have been offensive have played out well for him. There's something about how Trump goes after people. He called it a con job. But is it Trump's style to seek attorney's fees? In my opinion, it's not. I could be wrong. But when we look at Elizabeth Warren, Trump insults her. He calls her a mean name. That's about it. He called her a mean name and makes fun of her. Is he going to sue her now? Well, he has threatened to sue people in the past, for sure. But Trump typically is much more strategic than that. I don't think there's much to be gained from forcing Daniels to pay his attorney's fees. He won. He has a clean victory. Does he need to rub it in? Well, maybe he might want to. We'll see if that's the case. But I have to imagine the people who donated to Stormy Daniels. I don't know a lot about, to be honest, I don't know a lot about people who are donating to her or why. But you have with Michael Cohen, and you have with Peter Strzok, and I think Peter's name. These people who are now testifying against the Trump administration, they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars. Christine Blasey Ford, hundreds, $800,000 because of her testimony against Kavanaugh, which is indirectly a dig at Trump. Will Trump now counter and say, time for you to pay up? It'll be interesting to see. In a statement, Harder said of the ruling, no amount of spin or commentary by Stormy Daniels or her lawyer, Mr. Avenatti, can truthfully characterize today's ruling in any way other than total victory for President Trump and total defeat for Stormy Daniels. Avenatti, in a tweet, said Daniels would be appealing Monday's ruling. And then I think we have the tweet right here. Avenatti said, re judge's limited ruling. Daniels' other claims against Trump and Cohen proceed unaffected. Trump's contrary claims are as deceptive as his claims about the inauguration attendance. We will appeal the dismissal of the defamation. Cause of action and are confident in a reversal. This is bad. It's all just bad. Look, does this matter on the great stage of the political arena? Absolutely not. It doesn't. Who cares? Donald Trump said something mean about you. Seriously? So you sued him? Great. Now you lost and you look dumb. They keep playing Donald Trump's game and they can't learn. They need to stop playing this game. And fortunately, there are some moderate people on the left who recognize this. Trump called Elizabeth Warren a mean name. So what did she do? She went and got a fucking DNA test? Are you kidding me? He made fun of you, so you went to great lengths to produce this video, get a DNA test that did nothing to help your cause, distracted during the midterms, stripping focus away from the Democrats. Even Democrats are ragging on her for this. Stormy Daniels suing Donald Trump because of a tweet where he said it was a con job? Are you kidding me? It's a rhetorical, hyperbolic device. This is what they do. Trump says something that he doesn't care about. He tweets, derp, 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 and goes back about his business. And that one tweet sent Stormy Daniels and Avenatti in a tailspin. And now they lost because of it. They keep walking into Trump's traps. They take the bait, and all this does is make Trump look like a winner, and it makes these people look like constant losers. When will they get a victory? Probably not, because Trump knows how to play the spin game, and Trump knows how to keep baiting them into losing battles. For me, it's rather frustrating, because, at this point, I can only say the Democrats are pathetic and worthless. You know, I'm not a big fan of Republicans, but I've my entire life looked at the Democrats as the people that typically hold the values closest to mine. I never considered myself a Republican, so I've never been particularly fond of them in the first place. Why I'm so angry at the Democrats is they're supposed to be the people that are guiding, that are leading the pack for values that I hold, and they aren't. They're losers, and they keep losing. And this is just nonsense. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. What a frustrating day. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the main channel.